Tell me about growing points and why it is important to you.
Well, growing points is important to me because it really makes a difference to people's lives. It all started when I was in Huddersfield helping refugees and asylum seekers with simple things like gas and electricity sign-ups and getting them appointments with GPs. And at the end, often after a long period, we used to sit down and I'd talk to them. I'd say, what did you used to do in Ethiopia or Ghana or wherever it was they'd come from? And they'd say the most amazing things, like they'd been barristers or teachers or nurses or doctors. And I'd say, well, what are you doing now? And they'd say, well, either nothing or probably taxi driving. And I'd say, well, do you want to do something like this? But how can we do it? And what became really clear to me very soon was that they just didn't have the connections locally in order to make the contacts they needed to in order to get back into their profession. So I started talking to people who I knew, who were doctors or who were nurses, and we started to make a difference, and we started to get things together and get their needs met. So that's how ambition and action and growing points started, really.
Okay, and so why are you doing this walk then?
Well, none of this can be done without money, and so obviously the walk will raise profile for the whole thing, which we do need to do because we've now got a national offer which we're going to make, we hope, to 2,000 refugees, including training 400 nurses. But we need money to do the things we want to do. We have to pay people expenses, we have to buy people computers, we have to do all sorts of things, very small amounts of money usually, but it's very necessary. And we want to expand our services into a number of towns in the north, in Manchester and Liverpool, Leeds, Sheffield and Hull, and some in the Midlands as well. And again, this can't be done on nothing at all. All of the guardians that we appoint, they're the people who help people with their networks, are volunteers. They don't get paid some of them expenses. We pay some of our customers expenses, but all of them are going to need money in order to make the world go round.
Okay, thank you very much. So if I had £5,000 to spare, what would £5,000 buy me at growing points?
Well, £5,000 is the sort of money that we need in order to set up a growing points community, which it would be a place, say in Hull, where we'd have a support group of between 6 and 8 people who would run our 3 programs of flourishing families, of hidden talents, and our one-to-one work. And actually they would then be able to start raising money themselves, paying small grants to our customers, paying out expenses, but becoming self-sustaining in Hull. That's what we really want to do. We want to be a self-sustaining organisation locally. It's not to pay central administration or anything like that. We really don't have much of that, but it's to make a difference to people who live in Hull.
Okay, but if you haven't got £5,000, every little helps.
If you haven't got £5,000, I'd take £4,000. No, whatever you've got, because obviously the idea of crowdfunding is to get a large number of donations from a large number of people, which are in themselves small, but all add up to a big amount of money. In fact, for the walk, if you think about it, we're going for 20,000 people, £20,000. We've got it's just over 200 miles, so that's just under £100 a mile I've got to raise, and I've worked it out, it's 4p a footstep, so that's quite a lot.
Okay, well, good luck with your walk, Dick.
Thank you very much.